All right, sixth graders, I'm going to show you how to take the math test this morning. You'll see that I am on our website. I'm going to come up here to the quick link, Think Central. And this is already filled out for me, but yours won't be. So we are in the country of the United States. Awesome. We are in the state of Utah. So you need to come down and you need to find Utah. We're in the district, Cache County School District, North Logan. Find that. It's in alphabetical order. So it's after the A's and the B's. There's Cache County. And then we are in Lincoln, which you'll find there. Okay. If you click here at Remember My School, then next time you log into Think Central, you shouldn't have to do that. And it should remember all that for you. The next thing you're going to do is put in your username and password, which is your number thing, and then cookies, I believe. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yep, perfect. Now you'll go to Things to Do, which you did this for the beginning of your test. But now you're going to click on Chapter 1 Test. And Chapter 1 Test again. And then Start Test. And here's your question 1. Now, what Mrs. Agnew should have passed out to you is a paper that looks like this. There's front and there's back. Okay, what I expect you to do with this is to fill out every single square with your work. So if we look at question number 1, where is it? Pull it up again. There it is. Question number 1 is about Chester. He earned $89.49 during a 3-month period. What was the average amount Chester earned each month? Average, a lot of times, means that you're going to divide, because this is his total, and you want to divide that by 3 months. Okay? Oh, just kidding. I lied. He earned $89.49 during a 3-month period. Nope, I'm right. What was the average amount? Yep, so each month. So you have a 3-month total. You need to divide that up into each month. So you're going to be dividing it by 3. Now, if you look on your paper, I've already done that for you. So now you just have to show your work and answer the question. And then you'll go to number 2. Now for number 2, it may be that there might not be a lot... there might not be work required for number 2. I think most of these will. So I expect at the very least your answer for every problem in each box. Here's why. Let's say you're doing the problem here and you get your answer and you circle it and you go back here and you click your answer and you move on. Well, when you go to score tests, you end up having number 2 incorrect. And you look at it and you're like, hey, wait a minute. I got the correct answer here, but I accidentally clicked this one. Then you can show me and say, hey, Mrs. Madsen, look, my work is all correct. I got the right answer, but I foobarred it, and I clicked the wrong number. And then I can give you credit for it. But if there's absolutely nothing right here, then you have no proof that you did it correctly. So there's one reason why I want you to do it. The other reason is because technology does not always work correctly, and there may be a total brain fart, computer meltdown, technology may go down, and you may lose all of your work on the test online. But if you already have it here, then you can go back and put it all back in, or I can score it by hand and we'll be okay. If you don't have it here, then you'll have to start all the way over. So I expect to see work in every single problem. All right, so I have completed the test. I've done every problem. I've showed my work on every square, and I'm about ready to score test. So I'll click score test. All questions have been answered. If I skipped a problem, then I can click it and go back to it. Okay, if you'd like, what I always tell you to do is go through these again. Make sure that what you have on your test matches what you had on your work so that you don't make any mistakes. But when you are all done double checking your work, then you can go to score test. And there's something different that I want you to do after you have scored test. I have made it so you can actually see the ones that you have missed. So I did pretty awesome. I got 13 out of 18. I missed 5. Here's what you need to do. Mrs. Agnew you'll also receive one of these tracking sheets. Now with these tracking sheets, you need to circle the numbers that you missed. So if I look, I missed number 2, and here's the thing that you can do. You can actually click on it and see if you can find your mistake. That's what I would like you to do, is look through these and see if you can find your mistake first of all, okay? Then I missed number 2, so I'm going to come over here to my tracking sheet, and you're going to circle this. I'm not going to be able to circle it, so what should I do? I'll make it bold. I'll underline it. There we go. So I missed number 2. Okay. I also missed number 6. Oh man, I missed a difference. I missed one of subtracting my decimal. So I'm going to come back here to number 6, circle it, and next one. I also missed number 8 and number 9. So I'm going to circle number 8 and number 9. Okay. And one more. I also missed number 16. Where's number 16? There we go. Okay, now that I've circled all the ones that I missed, what I do now is I create the fraction. So for long division, I missed 1. There were 2 total. So I got 1/2 of the long division problems correct, which means I'm going to circle 50% because that is my percentage for long division. I got 50% of the long division problems correct. Prime factorization, I got both of them right. So my fraction for that is 2 out of 2, or 100%. Okay, least common multiple, I missed 1 out of the 2. My percentage for that is 50%. Greatest common factor, I got them all right. 3 out of 3 is 100%. So we'll circle 100%. I know my greatest common factor. Add and subtract decimals, I missed that silly one. So I got 2 out of 3, which is 66%. Multiply decimals, I've got that down. So 2 out of 2, got 100% on that. Go me. Now, my last one, dividing decimals. Ooh, I got 2 of them right out of 4, which is 50%. So the reason I have you do this is so you can see where you could use some more work. I don't need any more with prime factoring, greatest common factor, or multiplying decimals. Definitely could use some more work with dividing decimals, and long division, LCM, and add and subtract decimals. I could use a little bit of work, but it looks like the majority of my work, I really need to work on that dividing decimals. Okay, so to get your final score, you're going to add up all the ones you got correct. 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Or just take 18, subtract how many you missed, which was 5, so I got 13 out of 15. Now over here, I can figure out my score. 13 out of 15 is 73%. My goal is that all of you are at least at this 15 out of 18. 83% is what I would consider a 3. So that's where I'd like you to be. If you are not there, then we'll talk about tomorrow some things that you can do to increase your test score. So once you're done with this, then this you're going to turn in. You're going to make sure that you have your name and number. And that's what I'm going to use to put into PowerSchool. And then I'll give it back to you so you can take it home and show your parents how you did. That is how you are going to take the Chapter 1 test in Mrs. Madsen's class.